Okay, what's up? We're back for another episode.
What up?
What up? This is Laugh Point Podcast episode 6, and we have with us today Drew Siko. Say what's up to the camera.
Hello, world.
Quick question just before we get into this. How I forget because I think I asked you this a couple times. How long have you been doing stand up?
It's just over a year. Like it'd be like June, I think I started last year. So,
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
getting up there, bro. Crow's feet coming in.
Yeah, man.
Back hurts and shit.
Dude, I'm so. I mean, you recently were just on a tour with, or not? I get. Do I say tour or
I'd
on the
say I'm
road?
gonna put it on my resume as a tour. Fuck it.
Yeah, went on tour with Public Access and
Yeah,
did
very
some
fun.
shows with that and that's the hats we're wearing. Check
Oh
them
yeah,
out.
always repping the PA, bro. We're
The
repping
PA,
PA, man.
rapping PA, in the best way possible. I went to the Good Outdoors, the comedy festival, and I was in the front row. Luckily, I was very fortunate to be in the front row, and they had these insane like camera setups. And I
Oh yeah,
remember
yeah.
anytime one of them would walk by, I'd like kind of point to my hat and be like, "Yo, snap a
Yo,
picture." And
public access dot.
then they
What was
were
it? Publicaccessyag.com?
mhm,
Publicaccessyag.com, bro.
public access. Yeg.com, third time saying it. Also going to plug it
Hope
in the
that's it. Hope
description.
that's
Yeah.
just fucking Google comic strip public
hmm
access.
Oh yeah, September 28th. Gonna
Yep.
be sick. You're on that,
I think
or
I remember to ask for a spot. My thing is I time just flies by. I just go to these mics and don't ask for spots. So I think I got around to was like, wait, this is a big one. Let me because I love performing at the comic strip any chance. Like um
so
Nick Von Dub threw me on a Sunday show one time. That was really fun. There was like 130 people there. Shouts Nick, shouts Nick Von Dub, bro. He'll get a million shout outs. But yeah, he put me on there at the comic strip. So any chance to do it, really, like fuck it.
I mean, that's the mindset I think you get when you catch the comedy bug. Is you go from like, oh, I really want to get on just these shows to oh, I want to get on any show to like, oh, I want to perform on anything that has,
Yeah.
like I remember my peak, that like craziness, was in Toronto. I did 6 shows in a night because it was
Oh really?
it's like one show at 3 p.m., one show at 5 p.m., and then there was another show happening in that same venue like an hour later, and then there was like another two at another venue, and then the final one was literally like my buddy got the rest of who was still alive at the end of the night, and we all went to his place and like were wasted and just did stand up in his like garage for
Okay.
each other.
Word.
And we pretty much did like the most ghetto workshop possible,
Oh yeah, I see.
and it wasn't
Just a
even
little
like a
street brawl,
it
just a
wasn't
little
even
bit of
like
street
a
rules.
wasn't even like a good workshop. It was just like, we'd say a joke and one of them would be like, dude, instead of this, just say balls. And we'd all
Yeah.
be way too drunk to just think it's actually funny. And yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, it
get
was
kind of fiendish about the spots, like you said, wanting to just perform in anything. Someone asked me to do, like, not to say that this is like anything, but no, I've been asked to do weird shit because of stand up. I remember Halloween at the Moon. I was the fortune teller or whatever, tarot card reader. No tarot experience. I don't claim to have a doctorate in that, but I was just like being cheeky, just throwing jokes. And I think now I've signed up to perform in like a 10 like basically a fishing tent, I think, inside the moon on a one-on-one tip during like a cannabis event or something,
wow.
or painting. I think it's a live painting event.
They do so many events.
Yeah, someone caught me outside the smoke show who's putting it on and said, you want to do one-on-one, basically like social experiment vibes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes. Like no
Wow.
part of my mind was like, well, first, like, I asked, is it here at the moon? And when they're like, yeah, then I'm like, yeah, then fuck it. Like,
The moon brings you to, I feel like when you're there, you almost feel like all the nerves just go away the second. This goes for like really any show, but like the nerves almost disappear in like a comforting way, right? Like once you perform
Yeah.
enough times at the moon, it almost feels like, oh, okay, like really anything could go on here, but it's the moon, and that's like the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that goes out to like the regulars that always come through. Because without that, I mean, like it is the space and how they run it and everything is amazing, but it's the regulars that come through that make that seem like such a home place. And you can almost feel a laugh. They're laughing at some shit because you both know they're in the front row and you both know they've heard it a million times, but then you still get that laugh and you're like, oh, okay, this is a good joke. They just want to like hear it again, and that kind of contributes. Because I mean, like if it was rotated out, like you never saw the same audience member again, I don't know, it'd be a different place.
And that's funny because with most venues, you it's kind of the opposite thing of like you almost want a new different audience every time because there does sometimes it does sometimes get to a point where uh you start doing the same stuff and people after the show are like, yeah, we've heard it. It's like it's
Yeah.
we want a little bit of, but yeah, like the moon audience is like the I've seen I think his name, because I see him a lot on Facebook. I think his name is like James Parrott or something like that.
Oh yeah, shout out James, bro. I've
James
been trying to
is
beat his little video game he put out. You see on his story, he made a video game
for the Atari
for something, bro.
or some.
He
It
sent
was
the link out, and I clicked it, and I was playing that shit. These orange guys that fly around, those are
yeah,
hard as hell, bro. I think my top score is like 250, and that's based
bro.
off the amount of coins you get. Insane, bro.
But
Fun game though.
James, he's one of those guys where I see him at a show. He's not only going to take pictures of like all the most, if not all the comedians,
Oh
but
yeah,
he's going to engage with the jokes and engage with the comics and actually like be front row center, like, because he knows that one of the best thing to at least like just the minimum thing that you can do at a comedy show is to just sit as close as you can and just be engaged,
yeah, true.
and he does that every single time, which turns into like such a better experience to be like dealing with the crowd, because then you know that like if the rest of the crowd are kind of just being weird, you could just be like, all right, but James is here, let's fuck
Bro, the
around with
second I
James.
see James, I'm like, and I've said this, and I almost worked it into a joke somehow to a little misdirection, but just to have a genuine moment to be like, yo, the second I see James, and the fact that it's not even just the moon, because he'll go to Mackie, sure he goes to Grindstone,
Black bar.
and even these little one-off things like the Chuckle Cult outside show we did at Evil Empire on the back of the truck. He was literally the closest, like you're saying, to the truck, setting the tone. Absolutely. But now, and I think he appreciates my I have a joke about acid,
Mm-hmm.
and since he laughs during the setup because he knows it's coming, I work him in. I'm like, yo, oh, it's actually that guy who sold it to me, like type thing. And I originally did that at the moon, and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be like a fun thing to do, like when he's around, when he's at the moon. It ended up being every single show, like, cause he goes to everything.
He
So
does.
anytime I do that joke, I'm like, yeah, I do have that option because he is right here, like I can hear him.
Yeah.
Just support him, man. Shout out
he had
James, Amy, Rob. Shout out
he'll
big shout out Rob and
oh,
Gerda.
Rob, dude, if
Um,
Rob's watching, which he might be, because Rob is the definition of just pure joy and bliss and support and love and like just like
yeah, Rob's
I
dope. I hope he's listening. I hope he's eating ramen right now.
oh dude, I he recently moved to a new place and I wanted to help him, but I can't
Straight
because I
up.
can't drive and I'm weak
It's a
as fuck.
whimsical house. I won't blow up his spot, but there's basically a spiral staircase, and it's like really sick in there actually.
Ah, fucking I yeah,
It's
but I started streaming recently. Twitch.tv/instinct 5Ts.
slash instinct.
Yeah, I'll throw it on in the
Five
screen.
T's.
5Ts.
Yo.
And but I started streaming because I had enough followers uh to hit affiliate, but there were like a couple more things that I needed to
Okay.
do, and so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I was just like, I'm gonna give myself a test. I was like, let's see if I can actually do this. And I just started streaming consistently. And I remember I posted a story and I was like, "Hey, I'm live. Come check me out." Wasn't expecting anything, and then not only does the moderator from like my stream 3 years ago come into my stream and is like, "All right, I'm back," right, and he still
Okay.
is.
Clocks in.
Shout out Chilled SSBM. I'll throw that in as well. But I remember posting that, and then 10 minutes later it's like cool dude or whatever his username
Oh yeah,
posted
shout out
you
Rob, bro.
posted you on their story, and I was like, what? And then it's a picture, and he took a picture of my stream, and he was like, yo, come by the stream and watch Liam play Melee, and so it's not just me and his girlfriend
Oh yeah, yeah, I
watching
saw that.
or something like
I
that.
for some reason I was trying to join that, but my data was out, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
But
but
we'll do a stream. I'll
oh,
fucking stream with you.
well, that's what I want to do. I want to start doing streams with the comedians here in Edmonton, and I want to eventually. This is just an idea right now, but I like, and it's gonna take a long time before any of it even starts. But I might talk to Wyatt about possibly live streaming public access to where
Yeah,
like
that'd be dope. We
if
did that for the public. I don't know. It was mostly Brandon who set up the fucking wires, but live streaming the election or whatever. Couple TVs on this. On the, were you at that one?
no, unfortunately I wasn't. No,
Fun times, man. Uncle Hack, all them.
Uncle Hack, man, he's a special case. Fucking
Special case.
holy shit, dude.
He's a very cool dude
I
because I
wa-
only know him from comedy and looking at his cool ass cameras he carries around in that sort of respect of things. So it's fun that he's like I didn't realize till way late. I'm like he's like a he's like a news topic.
well, bro, I
He's a genre of news.
yes, because I remember, and the day that I realized that like Uncle Hack is like just popping off is I literally texted like my buddy from high school,
Yeah.
and I was like, he was like, how's stand up been going? And I'm like, dude, it's crazy. Like, I just got booked with Danger Cats to do their like Grand Prairie show, so I'm coming back to
Oh
GP
yeah.
to do, October 18th. By the way, I know it's a couple months away, but I'm still just every day like counting down the days. But I remember telling them, I was like, yeah, gonna be doing the Danger Cats, and they're like, no way. And I was like, what, you know them? And they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like Uncle Hack is like my favorite. And that was, it was my first time speaking about like not someone like Burt Kreischer what level type shit, where my buddy was actually still able to be like, oh yeah, I watched that guy. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow. And by the way, like Uncle Hack is still pretty fucking huge, and he's still like he's making waves.
Yeah, try go to Oilers game with him, bro. Fucking everyone recognizes him. It's fun.
Dude, I well, because he was I think Uncle Hack was on, but I know another one of the Danger Cats. For some reason, I'm forgetting his name. Was on Kill Tony a couple times. Um,
Is that the Uncle Laser dude? Or no, Sam Walker?
Sam Walker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Holy shit, that was those shows were just. I mean, Kill Tony is just like when I've discovered Kill Tony, I was like, how have I not like been listening to this
Yeah.
for forever now? Because it's
It's wild how it permeates culture. Like I feel like it's low key bigger than comedy for a certain age range
yeah,
and like interest level of comedy because it's kind of ADHD friendly because it's like mostly talking to people. It's mostly like a podcast minus the stand up. It's just like a podcast. If we were doing this and then like every 5 to 10 minutes some
it
new
just cut
motherfucker
to
just
us in a pot like in the backyard like
yeah,
doing yeah
that's insane. But I mean like
fucking.
and then with the stand up it kind of I don't know. I think people like was it the Timmy No Breaks?
I was just about to say Timmy No Breaks. I watched
Yeah,
his second appearance.
that guy kind of figured it out because like after the first one you kind of get a feel and then he's like, okay, well I'm gonna set up a character in the minute and then do the rest of the interview in that character and then there you go. Like instead of being like I'm like just feels like, when there's those Kill Tonys where it's the same person every once in a while. Like they'll even make a joke of it. It's like the same archetype of person with the same backstory, like 3, 4 bucket pulls in a row. But then some guy like a clown comes out, like the pickle. I've been fucking with the Sir Henry Pickles or whatever his name is. I followed
Mm.
him, bro. Like the clown in the white thing.
Oh,
That
him.
guy.
Yeah, 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 dude. That guy was fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, because someone that can do a character and then the interview is almost like a failsafe where they're like, is this person um like
That
like they have this together? Like are they doing this as they're doing this on purpose, right? Like some
right.
people will come out to a minute and be like, yo, they'll kill, they're an insane person, then they interview them and they're like rambling on and they're not, and then it's like, yeah, no, it's an insane person, all right. But that's such a unique comic skill to be able to deal with. Like imagine someone that wasn't a comic, wasn't like even us in Edmonton, like chilling at the grindstone, seeing crazy. I've seen homeless people wander into a show and damn near do a whole set. Like
Oh
um,
my gosh, it's so fucking insane how the people who never do stand up somehow are like the funniest on the show because it's just like a 65-year-old native dude who got off of work drunk as fuck and is like, I fuck it, anybody can do this. And then they go up
yeah,
on stage and they're just real and the audience
yeah,
isn't expected it and the and it literally is like a culmination of just all of this into one that like balls into like you almost like are forced to have a good time because of how incredible it is.
it's insane. I mean, not to glaze kill Tony so hard, but I just think they have, after doing it for a while,
I will.
they are like, I kind of liken them to like a comb on the seabed of like comedy. Not like the seabed in the sense of like it's like the lower. I don't even know what I'm saying, but like they're doing the dirty work of combing through like that scene. Those 250 people that sign up, which is like tedious work. They do it live in front of everyone, but I think even behind the scenes, like any like a comic of all like if that's been doing it as long as Tony Hinchcliffe, they've dealt with enough crazy people, crazy open micers, where they hang around for a month or two and then they dip, or like even for a couple of years or something. They've seen people, so to do that in that like microcosm of like their set and their interview, just like meet someone and then like make a judgment call right then and there. It's a funny thing. I don't think anyone other than a comic could do that show. Like someone that hosts a game show or like fucking sports, they couldn't like, or even some people on like America's Got Talent judges. There's 4 of them there. They got a button and some shit to say, but like the way that, and then yeah, I guess Kill Tony has kind of like a hook on culture now, where it's like little joke book, big joke book, golden buzzer. Like there's a hierarchy to where like, oh, we should pay attention to this person. Like when Danny Martinello got the golden ticket, that like rippled through all of us in Edmonton. Like yo, like it's like when Stephen Wright got picked out of Boston to go on late night shows, and then everyone in Boston's like, oh, it can happen. Like our someone from our scene, it can
Yeah,
happen.
it's one of those incredible moments where you're like, oh, it doesn't have to be this special moment. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like this wild case of a person. All you have to do at the end of the day is just go up and do your funniest minute. And as long as you can do that and just talk your way through that interview, then you're good. And yeah, like if again, like Tony said, he's like, if you're good, they'll give you a golden ticket, and if you're fucking like great, like incredible, we'll give you regular, which means
Yeah,
like like you're not just able to be like, hey, I want to go on the show, but like you're on it every Monday, and like on top of that, like all of the shows that they do, like the arena shows, you're now like on that and change
yeah,
it. And like it's just as simple as, even if you don't get any of those, but just you have a good set on Kill Tony, that automatically can be like, you put that on your resume and then you go back to like your hometown or your scene, and now all of a sudden it's like, it's not like a 100% like you're getting booked on every show, but like pretty much every show is gonna want you because of that.
yeah. Bolsters you up, man.
It's a game changer. And
It can do a lot for for people. Yeah.
Well, the Edmonton scene is I think I mean I'm definitely biased, but I genuinely think it's one of the top scenes of just like ever,
Top
because
scene ever, man.
I've talked about it on this pod before, but I'll say it again. Everyone's a character, man, and I mean every single person that comes in and wants to do stand up, no matter
Yeah.
what. You'll never find two or three people that are the same, or two or three people that are even doing uh somewhat similar material. It's always unique, it's always different. It's always like, even if it's not necessarily the best, you're like, okay, but it's like you definitely we're definitely seeing something forming. And for some reason, I feel like the Edmonton scene has this weird, incredible, random, incredible talent to just like randomly just be like, oh, here's someone new, and in like a year they're gonna already be insane, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of people. Yeah, they get good pretty fast. I think there's just a lot of opportunity. A lot of people running shows. A lot of people understanding that like um you gotta run a show for this to continue the way it's going. Like in terms of the bounty of shows that we have chance to go to. Like if everyone just gets comfortable with that and then doesn't run a show themselves or make efforts to or kind of like help out. There's other ways you can help out. Like I usually just make posters for people and just help out that way. I don't have like a show of my own quite yet. I'm trying to cook something up though. Maybe I could leak that.
Wink, wink. Same here.
Yeah, you got some shit cooked up? Fuck yeah.
The backyard show. Yeah.
Yeah, just um yeah, it's just gotta continue. People gotta be like it takes an effort to build up um even just from the grassroots, these little bar shows and stuff like that. It's really important for people's development. So
Just stage time anywhere, literally anywhere. If you can get to a mic and just say your jokes and get off stage, it's all you really need to do. And I think that's something that I learned like so fast. Is like I was trying to, because I'm so autistic. I'm like, when I want to get good at something, I try to learn everything about it, and I'm talking like just like the inside baseball of the inside baseball type shit.
oh shit, inside of a baseball.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
I try to look at the inside of a
Isn't that the plot
baseball
of
for some
Ant Man or
jokes.
some shit?
I think so. Something to do with baseball and pizza, but yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
fucking. Is he go? You could go inside a ping pong ball. He's so small.
God, that guy could go inside like
Go fucking inside a grape.
I don't even know what the fuck we're saying right now, dude.
I don't
We
know. I'm trying to fucking riff it up. You know, like I'm actually we smoked a little. I'm trying to balance this caffeine, but
yeah,
yeah, I don't know exactly what you're saying. There's a lot of shows that are great. I think it's not even just going up and doing your shit and having an audience to perform for. It's like it's the hang.
being there.
I'm not even the most social person. I don't say hi to every single human being in there.
Yeah,
And maybe I wish I was able to. I wasn't like shy and shit, but like you know, you see the homies, they're not all at the every single show, but like you see friends every single night if you go out and you're really doing it. And that's like the it's kind of like a secondary benefit, but for me and most times looking back and even presently, I'm like I go to shows to see everyone I fuck with.
that's what I mean. It's the whole reason I got into it was same reason I'll crack one open too. I think it's the same reason I what is it?
Click clack.
Click clack. Same reason I started going to Smash Bros tournaments was because I found out about the competitive scene, and I started studying the same way I did stand up. And I remember watching all of these videos on the Smash documentary, just like seeing clips of like people playing Smash till like 4 in the morning, and then passing out, and then literally the next morning ordering food and just playing games all day that day. And then it just like I was like, man, like that sounds really fun, but like I don't know how I would handle that. I guess I just spilled. That's fucking
Bro, I
dumb.
just about took a sip out of this mic.
Mm-hmm.
I do that, bro. Sometimes I'll try to smoke on stage and be cute. Last time I did it was for the one liner show. and it was a good call by me. It was just to pace myself because one-liners are good if you let them sit in between two. I mean, you do that a lot in your shit. There's a
I
lot
do
of
the pauses. Yeah,
pauses are good because you get a laugh just off how crazy that
that pauses. Yeah.
and just the lack of a segue. Just like okay, and then in other news like type shit, and I've seen you get like good laughs just off that.
Oh, I'll go into my from my epilepsy joke. It's just um, is epilepsy to salt and vinegar chips, and I'll end
Oh
the
yeah, this guy's
epilepsy
getting good
joke.
head, and then
Yeah,
and then it
and
just
then
goes
just
to
like pause, and
salt
it's
and
like
vinegar chip.
it's just like a pause, and it's just like a yeah. I hate snacks, guys. And
Yeah.
there's no real other second. And yeah, I had the grindstone comp where the guy was like maybe try to like
Time it out and
time it out
like
faster or like at least like give less
well, I
of a
guess I appreciate that you did it how you do it for a competition because same thing on my competition day. I was like stressing about it, but then I'm like, no, the point of the competition, I want to get judged on a normal set. So I'm going to do my normal, how I do shit. Same thing with you. Like it was your normal cadence. And then him saying that, I mean, like, is it kind of a good blanket advice? But then you do your shit as a black dog and crush. So
literally with the same pauses. And
it's yeah, it's hard to I guess it's really hard to judge stand up just off one 5-minute set like that.
it's weird because you are there. I can't remember who said it, or at least from who I remember saying it, but someone said you're as good as your last show, you're only as good as your last show. And when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, like they're kind of right in the sense of uh like you can go and you can have a bad set and you're just like fuck, like I'm the worst, like I don't know why I do this, like.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes it gets even like so bad that you're just like, then you're just questioning, you're like, maybe my parents were right, like maybe it's like maybe this isn't for me. And then the next day you like suck up everything you have and you say fuck it, no, this is what I signed up for, I'm not backing down, going to a show. And you go to the show and you crush, and you walk off stage and you're like, oh, I'm the best, like literally I'm just
Yeah, it
yeah.
just
And
switches
it's
immediately.
immediately, and then that whole next day you're like, oh, like I, and you're writing jokes and you say, and then you're like, oh, it's such a good set last night. And then you bomb again and it's right back to the same thing and it's over. And it really just is that psychotic mental torture, but you love it way too much to
Yeah.
stop.
That's funny. That I guess that's where they come from. Those fucking things you find in your notes app that make no sense. I'm like,
Yeah,
I definitely wrote this after I just crushed and then thought every thought in my entire head was
that's what
like
happens.
hilarious.
A lot of the time what'll happen is I'll write two jokes. One of the jokes is like just you said, like right after I killed, and I'm like my brain feels just like Kanye God tier, like just like, oh, like I'm just writing good shit. But
You're
then
just
you
going
sit
Kanye
down,
mode.
but then you sit down and like another day and you write jokes and you're just like, oh, like this one isn't good. And you go to another premise and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? And then the next show you're like, all right, well, I guess I'll try these out, like fuck it. And then those are the one that end up like doing well. Like I did a joke about how RuneScape is an autistic person's milking table. And the first time I said that, I thought I was gonna say that, and then there was gonna be like the biggest pause in the world, followed just by me like walking off stage. But it got like such a big pop that that it was the very first time ever where I actually like took a pause and was like, mm-mm, that should not have happened. You guys shouldn't have laughed at that. Like that wasn't as funny, you know. But
Yeah, you like simmer down.
yeah, and then but that's the best. I've said that a couple times, and that gets like I remember,
Oh,
uh,
that's fun to
I'll
pull
be
out. I
trans.
rarely do
Oh,
that shit. That is hilarious.
when
Just
I'll be
calm down.
transitioning to my Facebook joke, and I'll go. I use Facebook a lot, and I take a pause, and a laugh goes out, and I'll just go like, "All right, don't know why that's funny," and then that will just get like a pop because it's like, yeah, why the fuck are you making fun of me for using Facebook?
But you do use Facebook a lot.
I do. I haven't. You
Because
you
how
know
old are you?
I'm 22.
Yeah, that's for 22. No, but actually, I get jealous because I'm like, well, that just means you have a lot of family that like. give a fuck about you.
Dude, I'm so blessed. I
I
was
mean, my
talking
family
to
gives a fuck about me, but I just feel like on a social network level, I use it for shows, and then
well, for me it's like I do I just I have I'm so incredibly blessed, and I was talking about this with Gary, and because motherfucking Gary, oh shit, I dropped it on my dick. Your guys is
mic drop.
welcome.
Hell yeah.
Fucking, uh, Gary made me emotional on my last on one of my last podcasts
Oh
because
yeah, you were saying.
he asked me, he was like, what got you into stand up, and I started getting into the story, and all of a sudden it was just like, I think I got to a part where I was literally wearing the merch on the podcast of the people that got me into stand up, that like helped me do stand up for the first time. And it was just like this culmination, and I just started. I
Damn,
was just like,
how'd you get a shirt of Jaren Drew and
God damn it, man! You
Yo,
really had to bring
that's
up
the merch.
this is, and you know what's funny? I
Who are you wearing though? You were wearing
it was
Roy J.
on the
Roy, look up Roy J.
Roy J.
Slither. That's an Easter egg. Slither.
Bro, I think I actually know one of the reasons why that first Benny Balls podcast blew up. Is because halfway through I brought up I went to a Calgary Pro Am, and that's how I met Jaron Drew.
Yeah, it's the algorithm, bro. That hits the algorithm and
Well, because it was like it was funny because when I watched the podcast where Public Access talked about him, and then I talked with a couple of people about him just on the sidelines, and I remember everything just connecting. I was like, oh yeah, because I remember he walked in and he was literally with a bunch of girls who, you know, didn't look like they came with him with permission.
I heard there was CGI.
Well, yeah, I heard that.
I heard that was all AI.
I heard that Elon Musk was like having this project where he was just, yeah, like
Yeah, just
AI
give him to Jaren.
AI teens, and nobody wanted to do it because
It was the Powerpuff
it
Girls
was
out
like a
here.
super creepy. But Jaron was like, "Yo, new audience, fucking for
Fucking
my stand
audience. There's
ups."
one with the pink, one with the blue, one with the green.
But
They
all
got
I remember is
superpowers.
he was sitting at the booth with the girls, and then he walked up. He stood up. I swear to God, vividly remember this. He walked up, and all of my it was me and like 6, 7 of the other comics that were on the
6,
show.
7.
Of the other comics who were on the show. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe less. I don't know. Probably less. But it was like 6 or 7 people on the show. And he
Brains
walked
rotted
up.
out the
He
side of my head right
he
now.
walked. He
Yo,
walked.
yo, throw me a pint of Ben and Jerry right now. Holy fuck.
he walked up to the table with all us comics, and I think I was the only one that he didn't know, and I also think that he knew that I didn't know about what happened. So he came up to me and he said like a couple things. I kind of turned around and kind of like, I didn't know who he was, so I kind of just like was like, "Oh hi," and then just kind of like shunned him off. And the dude next to me tapped me. He's like, and then that's it. I was just like, "What?" And then I was like, "What?" And I looked around, and everyone at the table started looking at me and just doing the same thing. He started shaking their heads, and I was like, okay. And then that was like the last time I interacted with him. So yeah, let's get this
Mysterious.
podcast to also 1.2 thousand views.
Yo, Benny Bulbs. I don't
Benny
know.
Bulbs,
Benny.
Benny and Jerry's,
What's it
dude.
called? The Philips Hue. That's a bulb, isn't it? The color
Dude,
changing one.
dude, the fact that you know about light bulbs,
No,
just
I'm trying
the
to say
names of the light bulb.
the power saving. Fuck. I keep calling him Benny Bulbs because I don't know if I have the whatever the fuck the you can't read type shit.
Dyslexia.
That
I
one.
think you might if you can't even
If I
remember the
can't remember.
word.
I just have the one where like if I read a username wrong one time, that's just what it is. Like, and there's times I've gone back and I'm like, that is not what that shit even says. Because people's usernames would be weird sometimes, but I'll just be pronouncing it so fucking wild. Just because I see it's tiny and it's a bunch of letters, and I'm like, there's no way. And it's inconsequential. It's like, this is your fucking nickname for yourself, blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
then you meet them in person, you only know their Instagram name, you fucking butcher it. You're like, yo, you
With
didn't call me Benny Bulbs. What the hell is that?
with Benny, I
Sorry,
just
Benny Blue Balls, man.
Benny
Sorry
Blue
to say your
Balls,
legal
yes.
name. But anyways, why I brought that up is we're coming for your title, bro. This is gonna get blown the hell up.
Exactly. No,
We just have to stay clear of other algorithm. What's good? We should talk about Labubus for a second.
what's that?
Labubus, Labibis,
I think we should.
Dubai chocolate.
I actually wanted to ask you what do you think is your favorite venue in Edmonton and why?
Probably your backyard so far, actually.
Yeah, man.
Your backyard's pretty lit. Fucking low ceilings. Um, well, it's obviously the moon. I mean, like that's where I grew up. I feel like in a lot of respects, my eyes were closed until I met the moon. I kind of feel like Horton Hears a Who when it comes to the moon because I didn't even know there was a whole little world down there in Kingsway.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be mad poetic about the moon because it's some of my favorite podcast material to listen to is how good the moon is.
AKA like 90% of my podcast is just glazing the moon.
Well, I mean, like in all fairness, if you go there, you can't help but be like, yeah, this is the best spot ever. I mean, like I keep I guess like I'm newly single. I say that like I'm fucking newly divorced. I just am never really single. Like in my that's not really I don't really do that.
Yeah,
I
he's
usually
never single, guys.
I'm never single, bro. This is probably the
Mm.
longest it's been, and it's only been 2 months, I think. But I keep inviting girls to the moon because there's literally nothing else I do in my life other than go to every single show I possibly can at the moon. Um, Smoke Show was sick last night.
I wanted to go.
Public access stuff like public access, and also let me shout out Never Have I Ever. Um, Nick McQuick, Lee Palmer, Graham McDonald, the fucking boys. Let's go fucking bananas. Um,
I swear
and Rob.
Daniel involved in creating that?
Daniel's involved in winning every single fucking one we do because I'm so fried. I don't even know who won. Like, we had like a champions one where like all three people had previously won their respective ones, but also that included Daniel being on like two of them, I think. So this guy somehow, I think he's won three, and we've only done five. I swear that
This
sounds
guy's
right.
like the fucking I want to make so
If
many
if
I
it's
want to
not
make
three,
so
he
many
came close.
references about make so many references about fighting game professional players who just like there's this one guy what is it? Isaiah and if you know anything about Smash Brothers Melee and the competitive scene, the reason why that guy got so much pussy is this guy
Wait.
this this guy
Wait.
no, dude. Before you even are like back up, dude. This guy, I'm not joking, was like the type of guy where I'm so mad. I'm so mad he even exists in like the whole history because all he did was just decide when to win or not. He was like if you know anything about Norm Macdonald was like infamous for sometimes just being like, hey, I'm gonna do this fucking bit about Sprite bottles. He's just fucking
That's a pretty
and
good
he
norm, man.
and he'd bomb and then he'd greet everyone at the door as they were leaving type shit. And it's like,
Sadistic.
yeah.
And I
So
understand it,
and he
like
was the same and Isaiah was the same way for Smash Melee where he would walk into a tournament and there were reports where he one time he walked into a Michigan tournament, looked around, saw half the player base was 15 years old and went, I'll just play Yoshi and just didn't give a fuck and he still won. And that's the word and so it's like yeah, and so
that's
that's
hard.
anytime so now when I think of Daniel at Never Have I Ever, I'm just gonna be like fucking Isaiah, dude.
He's just
Piece of
picking
shit.
Yoshi, man.
Just picking Yoshi.
I think my memory's coming back, and well, for those who don't know, Never Have I Ever. Three comics are submitting stories to Lee. Lee reads them out like Never Have I Ever blank, kind of like a synopsis of the story. Graham and Nick have to judge and like figure out who they think the story belongs to, and if whoever story it is, they fool or what. Actually, I just filmed the shit. I don't know how the points are scored, but basically, I trust Lee that Daniel's won. Well, first ever episode's contested because we counted the points wrong. But Daniel won that, so good luck. That was a stroke of luck that he. We gave everyone a point of the first round, which made no sense. But and then Daniel won again. I think I should know. I edit these things, but I mean, then they did the drug one, so that was Wyatt, and then so yeah, I think on the champions ball, Daniel of course was on that, and he came so close to winning, and I think he just bet all his points or something, and because he had to, he was pressured into it. But let me go back for a second. You said all the pussy in the Super Smash Melee community, um, or what did you say that he gets so much
He's just
pussy?
so much pussy. Like it's not even just from. There were
So
also
what's the pie
reports.
chart look like?
So there were
who's
reports of
getting
like
who's getting what pussy?
Isaiah would go to a tournament, and there was one time where he uh
I guess more like I'm trying to ask more of a math question of like how do you divide up zero? Like
how do you divide
how
up?
do you divide zero? Like, I don't know. Super Smash Bros. I'm sure you guys get a lot of pussy.
All the
Luigi, all
pussy
that
from the
fucking ice
Smash Bros
climbers.
community, like you're like I feel like they get pussy from the food bank.
Yo, even fucking
Fucking
people like Smash. Kirby, there's Kirby mains out there.
oh, dude,
People like to just play it, man.
I love the competitive scene, and I love uh
But that's crazy how you measure it by like who gets pussy. Because I feel like
there are just way too many stories that I wish I had memorized, because
crazy hotel rooms, man.
one of them involved
A
him
lot of
go
wires.
one of them involved him, and every time I say this story, I feel like to myself I'm lying, because it doesn't sound like anything from the Smash community. But he literally walked outside, like the tournament had ended in New York, and he walked outside, and there was like a bunch of like limos with like girls that were like partying, and they all fucking like stopped, saw Isaiah out of like everyone, because like fucking, let's be honest, everyone in the Smash community is fucking look
It's
like rats,
Isaiah, bro. Like,
other
come
than
on, it's
Isaiah. But
Isaiah.
because like Isaiah's just like a decent looking dude, and that's all you need to be
Shit,
for
eh?
all. And so
That's
they fucking
fucked.
pulled up, and all I know is, and like you could take my word with a grain of salt, but apparently he went into the limo and then wasn't seen for like 3 days, and then there was an MLG
Yo, why does
that
it sound like he was parked? Like he was
they
just in the limo for 3 days, just living in there.
yeah, I'm not, dude. I wouldn't even be surprised, because that's where every Smash player lives in their car. So they probably fucking. But
Shit.
dude, and then apparently it was like 3 days. Nobody saw him, and then one MLG was like 2006, and he just popped up and was like, "All right, guys, I'm back," and then he won, because he's
Damn.
just the goat
Goodness
and the throat goat.
gracious.
It's insane.
The throat go. Okay, well, how do we spice up this episode here, bro? Should we break out the ice cream? You want some ice cream?
Uh
Ice cream pod?
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm okay for the ice cream. I had way too much Fireball last night.
Oh, you were fireballing it.
Yeah, I
Pitbull, man.
this dude, that was a banger song. Dude, that era of music was.
Shout out Benny Blanco.
Dude, Benny Blanco is the whole reason I even like uh pop music again, is because like I used to just be one of those guys that's like, oh, it's pop music, it's not good. But then I'd listen to like Benny Blanco be like, yeah, I was with Snoop Dogg, and he was like, actually, I don't need you anymore. And so I was in the lounge, and I created a beat, and Snoop came by and loved it and put me on his album or some shit. And it's like,
Yeah, I think Benny's voice is higher than that, but I mean, yeah, I understand the where you're getting at. He just cooks it up. He's just a cooker.
it's funny because there was ones he was talking about one song where there was a point in the song where the singer just sings the same part 4 times, and
Oh yeah.
you think it's like because it's catchy, but they literally did that because the last minute, like 5 minutes before they had to send it in, they forgot to add the chorus, and so they
Hmm.
just literally ran back to the studio and recorded them saying the same thing 4 times, and then put that on the second and third chorus or
Bloody
some
Mary,
shit.
Bloody Mary,
Pretty
Bloody Mary.
much.
Yeah, that's wild. No,
Yeah.
Benny Blanco. I don't know if he ever worked with Nicki Minaj, but he did listen to her lyrics because she has that one verse where she's like, "Gotta keep an eye out for Selena," and he did.
Ooh.
He married her, right?
Yeah, that's insane. That someone that he he
Everything is not as it seems, man.
there was the whole memes of like if Benny Blanco can date Selena,
Yeah, that should
then
give everybody in the world hope.
then it's like anybody can date anybody. But
Yeah, but he's also fucking talented as balls, and he's on
oh, this is
and he's like the type of motherfucker that'll like just hang out in like a hammock or like one of them
mm-hmm.
bird chairs that always like people get off Timu and shit.
Yeah,
But he'll have like an entire room that's like made of fucking bean bags or some shit. He'll just vibe
and
out.
bamboo,
Yeah, one of them guys. He'll sit
bro.
cross legged and shit.
What's your writing process like when it
Mm,
comes down to that?
I really wish I could say I sit down and write stuff, but I'm far too ADHD to do that sort of thing. So recently I've just been putting myself in situations where I gotta think of stuff um passively, like I'll drive around with no music.
Yeah,
Just normal human being shit, but for me with like ADHD, it's like okay, like now that I have the knowledge of like what I should be doing to like stimulate or distract or cope with myself, I will do like okay, I'm going to put myself in this boring situation, which is kind of hell, and that'll force me to
yeah.
like just think of random shit like um cuz some people like that's some feedback that I get and even in competitions they'll be like you write good, but I really just distill. I don't even know if I distill. I think I just get too pussy to like say every single
You try to
giant thing in the
use
story.
as minimal words as possible,
Yeah, I don't
essentially.
know. It tends to be that way. Sometimes I like sitting in a pocket, especially if you're trying to misdirect someone or I guess an audience. You could just go for one person at a time. That'd be
Mm-hmm.
cool too. But I mean, um, sitting in a pocket of silence to build up to something, and
It's hard work.
it is hard work, and there's got to be confidence that it's gonna like have a conclusion, whether it's like a release or a twist or whatever the fuck you're like balloon animal analogy you're gonna use. Like it's just gonna I don't know. I don't think I write in the sense I put a set list together, and the more I'm just trying to balance out how like close to the show I do that because I really like to look where the audience is like, even up to where the host is doing and everything, and I'm still scribbling shit, putting little marks and asterisks and arrows and shit in the set list where I'm like, okay. And then even right up until I get brought up on stage, I that'll change how I like first initially interact with the crowd. If I fuck up the handshake or something or I trip over a rug like I end up doing, then you got to figure out a way to roll out of that and then maybe it changes the beginning of your whole entire set and then you do a whole different set, you know.
It also even 1% of it comes down to even how the host introduces you, because sometimes the host will introduce you with the worst energy and they'll just like kind of the worst intro, and then you have to go off of that to try to build laughs and energy when you really have nothing to bounce off of. Like my to this day, I still remember the worst intro I've ever gotten to a show. It was this bar downtown Toronto, and it was this Australian guy or British guy, whatever, same shit. And they asked me beforehand, which I thought was like gonna be a good idea at first. Was like, oh, he's asking me like this guy's got like experience shit like that, and he was like, "Oh, is there anything that you want me to tell the crowd?" And I was like, "Oh, just mention if you want that I have like hemophilia." He's like, "Hey, what's that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a blood clotting disorder." Before I could even continue talking, he was like, "Oh, all right," and he just walked away. And I was like, "Oh God!" Like because I wanted to give him like info in hopes that he could take that info with about the hemophilia, and then but if all
Yeah.
you have is like it's a blood clotting disorder, that's so weird to bounce off of that. Like you have to
Yeah.
be so talented. And so it was maybe 3 or 4 people in total, 3 comics, one audience member that was dragged by one of the comics, and uh, he walks on stage barely, like just like barely walking, and he's like, "All right, got this next guy. He's from Edmonton, and he is blood can't clot. Liam, anima," and then that was my intro, and it's I remember getting up and you could hear a the worst part is you heard a pause before the applause. It was like
Oh
Liam
yeah.
anima and then pause and then just like a couple like yeah, like,
Damn.
and every single joke I just absolutely ate shit. And obviously I was terrible and I went way too fast and there were other factors, but like just that intro and energy alone I was like don't know if I really like that.
Yeah. It's the luck of the draw, man. But
hmm
that's a extra rep, you know? Like that's like another that's a muscle in the gym you don't always get to stretch is the super shitty host. I
Which
don't
I
know. I
got
don't
to do.
really. Yeah, you got that. You got to be able to do that, and you survived.
For I think I did it for like 6 to 8 months in GP,
Yeah,
and the the only good part was I was making $100 a show,
that's good.
so they were it was like every Monday, even if I just performed to the bar staff with no laughs for like an hour and a half,
Yeah,
which was pretty much every show after the first one. Because the first one draws attention. It's like, oh, Grand Prairie doesn't have a lot of comedy shows other than the casino, so then you have that, and then on top it's an amateur night, so pretty much, not pretty much, but like anyone can go up, and so it kind of built up into like I think 40 or 50 people came, and it was really really cool. And we even had like halfway through we switched it to karaoke, and this one drunk dude just started singing Tragically Hip for like 40 minutes, and we all were just like in awe of him and like
no
his,
word.
because he actually like were fucking belting those notes, dude. So like we were like, and just when we thought it was over he'd be like and like out of breath, go another one, and he'd like yell at it, and then just
Damn,
and then they wouldn't even tell him which song he was cueing. They just cue one and he already know all the lyrics. It was
it
great.
hit shuffle.
Literally, wow, I didn't even think about it. Just they hit
It
shuffle
hit
on
shuffle, man. I
karaoke.
know them all. It's like Georgie with Nickelback, dog. He'll just fucking run it up.
I have that Nickelback bit that I dropped
Oh
that
yeah,
I still need to write, because there was even a couple people like a couple weeks after where Graham was like, "Dude, you gotta get on that."
yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, that could be like good 5 minutes."
Something in the chamber.
hmm
Hell yeah.
I think we'll pause for a sec, see how we're doing so far, and
Yeah, I'll get a
yeah,
vibe check.
yeah. All right, hold up. All right, and we're back. We're clipped in this time.
We're
We're
clipped.
vibing. So we're gonna end off the pod with a little bit of wanted to talk to you uh, about two things. One, are there? This is just kind of a thing that I like to ask. That for a couple of the episodes, it's kind of sparked like a little writing session. Are there any like ideas or premises recently that like you've thought of that you've been like, maybe I'd want to like kind of start workshopping this?
Oh yeah, bro. I'm so excited there's a workshop on Tuesday because I'm just gonna run. I've been spilling
There
shit into
hasn't
the
been the
notes.
last two, right? The last two have been canceled.
Last two, I don't know. I feel like I hosted 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
Maybe it was. I
I
don't know.
need
Time's relative, man.
I need to go
I guess I
tomorrow.
also don't have a. I haven't been driving around, so
I got a workshop that make was shit.
Make a Wish. Oh yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah.
Um, this isn't even a bit, but this is just some shit I found. I was looking for jobs at like 6 a.m. in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
like a go getter, because I didn't fall asleep, and I found something because Brad had said all the jobs I've ever gotten was off Facebook Marketplace, and he was saying like, oh, that's a mistake, like fuck that. I was like, oh, I didn't even realize you could do that. So I
Mm-hmm.
go on Facebook Marketplace for like services for hire or like hiring or whatever the fuck. It's just this dude offering his services, and this is what the title is: Gopher Eliminator. And then the description: as a 76-year-old, I will eliminate your gophers for you. I start with 22 shorts, 22 long rifle, 17 HMR, and 223 RAM. As ammunition and gas are expensive, I'm willing to accept any payments. Bro, it's the last line that gets me. I'm willing to accept payments. Like he's like, I will let you pay me, but I will just
This
do it
guy
too.
is doing it for the love of the dude, for the sport of killing gophers. He's like, yo, I'm a fucking.
Yeah, and he's bringing a lot of shit with him too. He lists off his artillery. So,
Oh.
but my secondary question is like, why does he need 3 guns? Like, don't you just need like a giant hammer? Like, you just bonk him.
Don't you just need like wanko? Yeah, whack-a-moles. Like that's exactly what you do. Like,
You just need a can-do attitude and a fucking big mallet.
dude, I feel like you don't want that guy running the whack-a-mole. You know what I mean? I feel like that could be
Well,
kind
he's
of
76 and he's just fucking bored, bro. He wants to kill some gophers. I've done it. You ever done
Ima-
that? You just
dude,
fucking kill gophers for fun?
imagine if there was like a movie based on his life where like he's working at like a whack-a-mole place and some guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I got some gophers that he dealing with," and he just turns to the guy in like a hoodie. He's like 76. He's like, "I don't do that shit anymore."
Oh yeah, he's like
Yeah, he's a
the
retired gopher killer, gopher eliminator. I Oh, that day in '96 changed me forever, or
yeah.
something.
Denzel Washington plays him. He's
Exactly.
like the gopher equalizer.
hmm Now it's gonna be a woke trans gopher.
That's hot.
That's
So yeah, I guess that's not. I didn't even. That's kind of funny. I might fucking use that.
wow.
But that was literally this morning. I wrote this at like 6 a.m. and I didn't even write it. I just copy pasted his fucking shit into it. Um,
hmm
Oh, this is one that's older, but I want to bring it back. It's kind of a one-liner. But recently, you ever just run bits just for your own entertainment on the homies?
Yeah.
I feel kind of scummy when I do it, but sometimes I find a creative way to just work it in. And I went up to Gully and I was like, "Yo, someone told me you can't keep your condoms in your wallet." And he's like, yeah, like it'll like friction, it'll like damage them." I'm like, "Fuck, guess I got to keep them at the bank now." And he just fucking died laughing. Rachel too. Hell yeah. In the cut, we're driving to some gigging, bro. He just killed them, and I'm like, yeah, I should use that
That's
again.
so funny.
Because
Like,
before it was kind of just like a one-liner, set it up like
so
start telling
whatever.
the.
Like, you didn't really think it was gonna work, and then you
Well,
tried it.
yeah, like I guess if I tried it on stage, it would be like I'd talk to someone in the crowd and try to be as honest with like confusion.
hmm
It's not even really a misdirect. It's just, I guess it is. It's like a different way of thinking.
Or I'm just like, that's the silliest place to fucking store, or even like, what's the sillier place? Like, I'm trying to think of sillier places to to store condoms, like fucking
In a vault,
birdhouse.
in a fucking safety deposit box,
hmm
a little ATM.
Ah,
Um, no, but you'll see it when I go through my notes. You'll see that I don't fucking write because there's nothing on here that's a page long, and the notes is like it's all in the title. That's all it fucking is. This isn't even a joke. This is just something I've been really in like entertaining myself with asking the crowd because I've been trying to like talk with the crowd a little bit more. It was really just trying it at Smiley's with one dude at the bar,
yep.
but I just wanted to work in the phrase like where are you based out of? Like not like where are you from or whatever, just but like I don't know, I feel like Tech Bros or where are you based out of? Like who says that? Fucking
Where are you Like, what's
where are you based out of? Like
like what's so you're asking
it's
like
just kind of
what's it,
formal. I like
or
it.
like what would be like a funny person to say that? Like, where are you based
No,
out of?
just it's just a fucking like a how do you explain it?
It's just a weird statement.
Just something in my head that I want to work into a set for my own.
Mm,
I don't know if sometimes I'd play this game when I was a cashier and a bagger and switch back and forth. with whoever I'm doing it with, and challenge them, and we challenge each other to try to work like a phrase into conversation. So what I told her to say was banana, which seems really fucking easy because this lady came through with bananas, no brainer. So she looks at me, she's kind of smirking, like, okay, well, this is gonna be. And then first thing she picks up is the banana, scans it, and just says banana. And the fucking lady looks at her like, yeah, like what the fuck. And then she's like, okay, well now you cashier, I'll bag, and you have to say green. Kind of hard. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some broccoli and say green. Um, I just did the whole entire interaction as normal,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, hey, have a green day, just really quick.
That was like that's a good move.
So like that sort of game where you're like, sometimes you gotta entertain yourself on some of these open mics and
Improv
stuff,
is
and
everything, man.
just
Yeah.
challenge yourself to say something or do something. Like one time I just had an urge, I'm like, I should stand on the fucking stool. I should just stand right on that shit. And the funniest thing is to be doing that and have no reason to. Like it's not part of a joke or an act out or anything. I just fucking got up on there and started doing jokes. Entertained me at least.
When
Frightened
you
everybody.
yeah, when you work stuff that necessarily wasn't supposed to happen into the set and it works, it makes it feel more special.
Yeah.
Like I
It's like a
had
little bingo sheet. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like a fucking bingo card for yourself.
I had a set at the moon, and sometimes they have a fan going above, which will sometimes blow your set list away. And I
Oh
remember one
yeah.
time I was doing my set, and halfway through my set, I just watched it flow by, and I was like, "I guess I don't need that." And the crowd chuckled, and I went and I went into the very beginning of my next joke, and then halfway through, I was like, "Actually, yeah, I am gonna need that back." And I walked over and I grabbed it, and the whole fucking crowd like blew up. Like it was like I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try more of this." And recently, I have been like trying to not like not like force it in a
Yeah.
sense, but like try to do more crowd work and just engage more with the audience because I'm so used to just getting up on stage, maybe saying a couple of things, but mainly just doing my material.
Yeah.
I'm such like a Samuel Mark Norman like
Yeah. Big New York
type.
guy.
Oh, I knew you like Samuel Mark Norman, Joe List, Joey Diaz, like Big J O
Joe.
Person, Joe. Oh my God, man,
Job from the Bible. Joseph.
Joey Diaz, man.
Joseph.
Joey announcing that he's gonna be bringing back the truths of what's happening or whatever. I was like,
Like a doctor.
that was like a doctor.
Like a doctor.
He fucking, I swear, Joey Diaz is has this like just this power to turn anything into like, why the fuck are we talking about this? Like he could be talking about like unicorns, and halfway through you're like, why are we talking about unicorns? And then he could talk about like world peace, and halfway through you're like, why the fuck are we doing it? Because he'll like turn world peace into like a dick joke.
The great equalizer.
Yeah, fuck. I think we should end in a minute here because we're reaching the.
You got something to do?
Not
Bro, I
really.
got
I
so much shit. I'm gonna list off
Oh,
everything
you
in my
you want to
notes.
keep listing off like I have some,
Bro,
but they're
until
at
the
like.
ice cream runs dry. Also, weird question. You have skate?
Hmm?
Do you have the skate play test?
Yeah. Do you want to try it? Oh wait,
Legally, you can't say it.
no,
This is
I
AI.
forgot. Yeah, shit.
This is AI. I can't.
Sorry, man. No, I can't let you.
Fuck, eh?
Yeah,
Shit. No,
yeah.
but I got the play test too, so I was gonna say if you didn't have it,
Oh,
because I don't have a PS5. So
oh
they.
yeah, yeah. No, I fucking I got mine on the PC.
That's lit.
Yeah,
Well, you're sworn to secrecy. That's
I
what I
rem
peeped on the email on the way here. I was like,
I remember
but I remember you saying something about how you played it.
well, cause Ethan. I remember I was talking with Ethan, and I was like, I've been seeing videos, and quite frankly, like, yeah, at the end of the day, even though I can still play it, I don't necessarily like the way the direction of the art style it is going in, because it literally went from like skate 1 to 3 is like.
Bro, they're gonna make it so you could have like a texture pack on that shit.
Yeah, and it's gonna be so weird, and it's not gonna feel the same. And
But it
obviously,
might be
change
customizable though. Like think about it.
like
I guess
change can be good, but it's like it's only you have to make sure that you're also not only pleasing your fans but staying with your roots and not you know feel like skate is very much leaving what because like the first skate game was straight up like all of these skateboarding games are so like arcade style and are just like they don't necessarily visually define what skate culture is, and they wanted to make a game that was like purely skate culture, and like the music was skate and the visual was skate,
yeah,
and all of the spots that they, like I'm pretty sure Skate One was straight up in Vancouver.
low key, yeah. But that's representing the present day.
Hmm.
Like not to get all philosophy about fucking skate games, but it's like Skate 3 started to look a little more like vibrant and all that.
Yeah.
But that was reflecting like 2013. Like it just felt like present day. It wasn't like trying to emulate different
Right.
eras of skateboarding. Um, I don't think it looks all the way. Like I understand what people are saying. Like it looks Fortnite-y, it looks like cartoony. I mean, I kept up with the news when
Oh,
it
I
was like
think the
no
mic's
shaders on it or whatever.
yeah, your mic's off. I think it
Oh
died.
shit, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I think we'll wrap it up in a minute here, but yeah,
Shout
skate
out Skate,
definitely.
bro. I don't know. I think it's gonna be customizable. Like if they launch it properly, it'll be customizable to where it'll be like golden era of Happy Wheels. Where people are just like making shit and like you can share your levels and all that sort of stuff, and people will have like the craziest stuff going on in
Yeah,
skate,
man.
and you'll forget about the graphics, and you might even be able to get like a skin
I
or
know it.
some
Yeah,
shit where it's like, okay, I like this one. Like,
Coach Frank skin
yeah,
from Skate Day. It's
that'd be
all
hard.
of the yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think we'll end it there. That was definitely the most besides Benny. That was the most like ADHD, but in the best
Fuck
way
it, bro.
possible. But
Fuck it.
we fuck it, we vibe, and thank you again for coming on. Very much appreciate, and I love recording this podcast for you guys.
Hell yeah,
I
bro.
love
Shout out everybody in the world. Shout out the whole scene.
shout out everybody in the Edmonton scene that hopefully sees this. I will forever
Shout
glaze
out
you.
all the haters, all the money makers, all the ass shakers.
Yes, sir. Preach.
You can catch me at Drew Siko, the entity.
Hmm.
Just put it in Instagram or like look me up or some shit. When's this come out?
It's I'm not entirely sure. It
All right,
really
well come to it.
depends, but
Just fucking DM me and say let me come to a show,
yeah,
and then I'll make it happen.
yeah, man. Well, again, thank you for oh shit, Jesus Christ. Let's go. That's a great way to end it. Thank you so much
Hell yeah,
for
brother.
for coming and talking, and thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like, and have a great day. Yeah.